What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. I promised this guy that I would make this video before I left for vacation because it's not just something that, is going to affect this guy. The more people that I interact with, the more I find out that this situation affects a lot of people out there. And it's been discussed before, but we'll just get into it. So he said he's a strange problem. You can't really tell if it's an issue. He's 18 years old and been working out since he was 13. So 13 is very young to start out working out. I think I started about 15 years old, I think, when I started training. I'm pretty lean, 182 pounds, and I keep my abs year-round at a strange price. For the last 3 years, when I overeat or go too far past my caloric limit, I tend to make myself throw up immediately after the meal. My fear of becoming fat allows me to do this. I do not do it all the time, but on a weekly basis, maybe 1 to 4 times depending on what happens, where and what I eat. I know this has allowed me to stay lean and I struggle actually to see it as an issue because I choose when I do it so I don't feel dependent. On the other hand, I know it's seriously messed up to make yourself throw up as much as I do. Just wondering what your feedback would be on this and if eating issues is prevalent in the bodybuilding world. Now, here's the deal. What you have is an eating disorder. That's what it is. It's a control issue. It's an eating disorder. If you had control over yourself to where you looked at the food that you're eating and the food that you're going to throw up and you said, I'm just not going to eat it, that would be the fact that you have control of yourself. The fact that you don't have the control of yourself, you eat the food, then make yourself throw up, shows that you know that you're losing control, then regaining control by throwing it up. That's kind of how that thing works. It's a lot deeper than you think it is. Is it prevalent in the bodybuilding world? I actually have a friend of mine who won the North Americans back in the 80s. Was it 90s or 80s? I don't know. Anyways, and this guy would starve himself. He would take fucking cocaine. He would do uppers. He would fucking throw up. He would do whatever the fuck he had to do to get himself to look the way he had to look. And at the time, didn't think anything of it. It was just like, well, I have to do whatever it takes. And don't get me wrong, I agree, and this is kind of fucked up, but I agree with the doing whatever it takes for competition. I really do. If you're in a sport where it's competitive, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's fucking dead wrong. Just about everything that has to go into sports and competition and competitiveness is wrong. Ethics are wrong with it. Fucking morals are wrong with it. The things that you have to fucking do to your body, everything's wrong with it. But if you're going to beat the other guy that's possibly doing it, then you're going to have to fucking do those things. That's just how that is. Now, the fact that you're not a competitor, you're a fucking young teenager, and you make yourself throw up, the fact that you're sending me this email knows that you know that you have a problem. You know that there's an issue. Now, the fact that you choose to do it just shows that's how you're regaining control over your not being able to fucking stop yourself from eating. Essentially binging. And binging doesn't mean that you just sit there and eat 10,000 calories. You're very meticulous about counting your calories, and when you go over, you throw that food up. So essentially what you're doing is like you're allowing yourself to taste it, then throw it back up. So now we have this almost addicted to food type thing where you need to have the taste of it to get it in your body and then expel it for the taste. What's happening with the taste? The taste is sending something fucking to your brain. It's telling your brain that it feels good, it tastes good. It's giving you like kind of a rush. And then when the rush comes down, you're like, oh fuck, what did I do? You throw it back up. So you're like, oh, wipe my hands of it, it's no big deal. What could happen? Esophageal cancer, it could fucking rot your teeth. You basically have, bulimia, essentially is what you have. Now, just because you pick and choose when to use it doesn't mean anything. I was watching Intervention, and it's like, this girl would go out and eat. She'd come home and throw up in a fucking Ziploc bag. It was like these gallon Ziploc bags she'd throw up before her husband got home. Well, she would choose to eat, all kinds of shit. Then she would choose to come home before her husband got home, and she would choose to sit in the garage and throw up in a fucking bag. She made all those choices just like you are. It's no different. It's not like, every drug addict and fucking anybody that's addicted to anything has the same fucking thing. You go, well, I'm only shooting heroin fucking twice a day. Bob does it fucking 18 times a day. So I don't think it's really that much of a problem. You rationalize it. Or you say, well, I do heroin. A lot of people fucking eat food. A lot of people fucking smoke weed. A lot of people drink beer. Everybody has their vices. Mine's just heroin. Like, you fucking rationalize it. No, not fucking heroin. It's not good for you. Throwing up your fucking food is not good for you. I think you have probably some kind of body image disorder, and I don't know where it fucking stems from. We all have that. Let's face facts. There's very few people that look in the mirror and go, I'm just extremely happy with what I see. That doesn't really just happen. But the case that, you 1 to 4 times, depending on what happens, is that 1 to 4 times a day, 1 to 4 times a week? It doesn't fucking matter. If you make yourself throw up once a month, you're forcing yourself to throw up. There's a fucking issue there that you need to deal with. And, it could be that, you want to keep those abs. That's something that you put it right in here. I'm 182 pounds and I keep my abs year round. Something that you really focus on is the abs. And being a young guy, chicks like abs. They like fucking biceps. They like pecs. They like abs. So, you know, you can get a little chunkier and bulk up and still have the big arms and stuff, but when you show the abs, it's when the fucking chicks really freak out, right? So that's the thing that you're focused on, your abs. So that's one thing that is fueling this eating disorder, to see your abs. And I get it. I completely understand because I've been there. I have a solid set of abs year round now, and I love it. But the difference is I choose to eat certain foods in certain amounts, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm very okay with the foods that I eat. And if I eat something like a pizza or something, I say, fuck it. You know, I fucked up. I ate a pizza. All my fucking cheats are scheduled. But let's just say I fucked up. So you know what? The next meal, I go right back on my fucking regimen, and I'm fine. You know what I mean? You have to learn to deal with, you know, things happening that fucking you can undo without fucking throwing up. You know, if you ate a little bit over, you know, you do it 1 to 4 times. Let's say it's 1 to 4 times a month. So it's only 1 to 4 times a month that you're overeating. I'm pretty fucking sure if you fucking ate that meal and went back on your fucking diet the next meal and just continued your regimen for the rest of the week, that you would be okay. You're not competing. You're not getting contest shape. Doesn't sound like you have a hard time getting lean. You just have to fucking think. So be aware, you have an eating disorder. I mean, I don't know if it's bulimia, but I would classify it from reading what I have here as bulimia. You have some kind of body image disorder. And if I were you, I would start going to some kind of counseling or therapy to get to the bottom of this and really try to work on it, because this is the beginning, my friend. Okay, this isn't like the end. This is the beginning when you're recognizing you're in trouble, reaching out to me. And if you don't take care of this, it's going to get a lot worse. Biostraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. But don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's the eating disorders are not a fucking joke, bicep, and we're out.